Hello, Mr. Chairman. Nice to sit down with you again. Yeah.
Hello, Luke. Thank you for joining me.
Well, I've called you in because since we hired you as a league winner, cup winner, Champions League winner, we just wanted to make sure you're doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Doing really good. Doing top notch. It's just we're a little concerned that you've been knocked out the cup already. Yeah, well, it was, a really tricky game. Also, you appear to have had a meltdown and bought three right backs. To be fair, one of those right backs is only on loan. Understandable. Um, do better. That's what we're here to tell you today. I'm trying my best. Can you just give me that? Oh, and also, welcome to Lazio. Thanks. I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Hello and welcome back to Entertaining Abroad. And welcome to Italy, Italia, Lazio. We're here at Lazio. It was the job that was open, and we're here to do it. Yes, it's not that exciting. You saw it last episode in the job centre. Not many other jobs came up. Not when I was looking for a job. Obviously, I left Paris Saint-Germain on the 1st or 2nd of July to join Lazio. Then a couple of days later, the manager of AC Milan left to be the Manchester City manager, and now Pep Guardiola is manager of AC Milan. I thought I'd known I'd have waited a bit longer and become the manager of AC Milan, hopefully, although I would have been going up against Pep Guardiola. But I just want to treble, so... Also, the manager of PSG, they've done it again. They just recycle through the best other French manager in the league. This time it was the turn of the Lille manager to take the PSG job. So good for them. Good for them. Lazio, wow, they have sucked throughout this save. Let's go back to the first season, which is the last time Lazio finished in the top 6 in Italy. What? Yes, that is true. Since then, they've had 10th with presumably a cup win because they're in the Europa League. 8th, that was close, wasn't it? Oh, bloody hell, only 10 points. 10th again, really showing your muscle there, Lazio. 9th, and that was it. That was last season, 9th. They really didn't, they blew it a bit, didn't they? Yeah, so whoops for them. It's a real shame. We've got some big 80 plus points, 3 teams last season, and then Napoli not far behind. Our aim this season is to, according to the board, qualify through the Europa League. So that's a 5th or 6th. We need to finish in the top 6 for the first time in 5 years, and get quite far in the cup. Although, as you've seen in the intro, we got knocked out by Parma already. So slap myself on the face a bit. It's going to be difficult this season. Judging by this match, if this match is anything to go by, this is going to be tough. Friendly-wise, we had a lovely time, apart from Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. But don't worry about it. Now, in terms of the team, we'll go have a look at the transfers. I won't do it in order for you today. My head's probably in the way of the outs. There's no real big outs. I guess the biggest one would be this guy, Victor Bobson, who was okay. 16 vision is his best start. Otherwise, he's just a good all-rounder. We got some money for him. Probably not enough, from Everton. And Joel Anderson was the right back that we sold. He was pretty shit, if you ask me. And yes, I brought in 3 players who are right backs. First of all, though, the first name that you see up there, I brought in Timo Werner on loan because I thought Immobile and Werner, that's 2 good striking options. And then we've got some youth prospects off the bench. He's really good, and obviously last season in Porto, he had a really fun time scoring lots of goals. And so I thought maybe he would do it in Serie A as well. So we'll have to see. Him and Immobile, like I say, Immobile, sorry. changing around. And then, after that, you're not going to recognise any of these names because here's what's happened. I've decided we're going to focus on youth. That's right, we're focusing entirely on youth and new gens and young players that can come into the first team straight away and build themselves up and make an impact. So let's talk about some of them. These two are just free transfers that I decided just to take a chance on as soon as I got here. Vincent Tenner, looks like he's got some decent potential, but he's fickle. We're trying to work on that now. He's more naturally a shadow striker, so figure out your work rate. He's released by Villarreal, where he actually played 4 times in the first division. Lovely stuff, Vincent. Jules Kamga is an American poacher. He's also a mercenary. We've sent him back on loan to America because he's not going to play much. But as a poacher, he's just got a bit of what you need. Otherwise, yeah, he's not that great. But again, free transfer. Maybe make some money on him in the future. For now, he's released by Sevilla, where he played for Sevilla BNC a lot, scoring some goals. Now he's gone back to America, where he's flopping, really. Next up, a loan. One of a few loans, well, 3 loans you've seen Timo Werner. The second loan so far is Pau Sowers from Barcelona. He's an out-and-out winger on that right-hand side. And, he's pretty good, isn't he? He's got everything you need to be a winger. Great teamwork, decent work rate. Physical's amazing. And he's got crossing as well, which you don't see a lot in wingers. Often you see people say that, I'm a naturally a winger, but I've got 10 crossing. Fuck off, mate. This guy is the real deal. He's Pau Sowers. Pau Sowers. We don't know how to say it yet. We'll figure it out. Next up, if you can excuse my hay fever, which seems to be kicking in already, even though I've not been outside yet, is a left back from Slavia Prague, 11.5 million for David Vegetable. David the Vegetable. Maybe David Vegetable, we'll call him. He is coming in to hopefully be the next replacement for Ricardo Rodriguez, who is still here and is 30. You can see he's pretty good, left-footed. Can play on the right as well as an inverted wing-back, and can also play naturally in the midfield if we want him to as a ball winner. We won't. He'll play left-back. He's pretty good at that. Apparently more defensively minded, but because of that 17 tackling. We need to work his off the ball and his dribbling. But then, physically, again, great. A little bit small, but he's nice, and he's been having a fun time at Slavia Prague, where he's done some stuff and done some things. So, he's a wonder kid. That's what the media say. That's what I say. 11.5 million. Obviously, it's been difficult this summer because last year I haven't had any European football to go on, so any transfers or loans, I mean, Timo Werner, to get him on a loan was a bit of a coup, if you ask me. So it's been difficult to actually get good players in, especially wonder kids, because it's now part of that's the time of the save where all the first wave of wonder kids, most of them have been snapped up and taken away from their families to massive European superpowers. Next up is the first of 3 right backs. It's Rashid David, who he's okay. He's quite attacking. He works like a mule, but he can't run off the ball, and he's got no anticipation or dribbling. Otherwise, he's pretty good. 19 years old. He's wanted on loan by Sampdoria, but we're going to keep him around and use him as a rotation option. He's probably second choice right back. He was first choice, and then we played that cup game, and he did really badly, and I panicked. So we'll talk about that in a second. Next up is the second of the right backs, and that is Basile Deschamps. He can play anywhere across the back 3, so he's pretty good. The media say he's more of a centre-back, but I don't know. He's pretty small for a centre-back, and with the technique he's got, I think he should probably be looking more at right-back if we can improve his crossing and dribbling, work on his physicals. He's either-footed, so maybe he'll turn into a Belgian sort of ball-playing defender. We'll work it out. For now, he's third-choice right-back, and he's either-footed, so he can play anywhere across the back line. It's good to have him in. He's a decent young prospect. Play across the back line. I've said that 3 times now. But he's technically the second of the 3 right backs. Then after the match, after that cup game where we got knocked out, I panicked and brought in the third loan, which is this guy, Alvaro Odriozola, who is just an old experienced wing back. Got caps at Spanish international level. Very pacey, good all round. Has been playing for Real Madrid, had a loan at Bayern Munich where he didn't play much, played for Real Madrid for a good few seasons, having a good time. Liverpool snatched him up for £45 million, played him 17 times in the league over 2 seasons, so waste of money there. And then now we've loaned him for 1 season because I thought maybe the other 2 right backs weren't quite ready to be first team regulars, so if they can rotate with Alvaro here, that would be best, wouldn't it? That would be best. This guy is very good attacking. So he's one of our experienced fullbacks. Him, Ricardo Rodriguez on either side are the experienced ones. And then we've got the understudies, if you will, in youth coming through. And then finally, after we sold Victor Bobson, who was... I thought maybe we should just get in another midfielder just to take the load. And so we've got in Dioncio, who is, again, another wonder kid, Brazilian this time. And the rules in Italy is that you can only have 2 non-EU signings, but if they're under 22, they don't have to be registered. And so Dioncio is perfect for that. You can see he's got a little bit of everything in terms of the stats needed, and he's already improving. We're going to try and make him into a deep line and advanced playmaker in that role. But he can also play further back if we want, maybe as a regista, maybe go full Italian. Hey, get embraced. When in Rome. We're not in Rome, we're in Lazio.
We're in Rome. Bloody idiot.
He can play forward as well as the advanced playmaker. He can even play on the left as a wide playmaker if you want. We don't want, not yet. We're not going for that yet. Teamwork and vision and technique all together. Decisions, he's mentally just fantastic for a 19-year-old Brazilian. And he's got the natural fitness, so hopefully he won't get injured too much. Technically, he's working on his passing because, I mean, if he matches his vision, then he'll be unstoppable. Long shots of 16. Hopefully we can see some absolute screams from this season. So that's the transfers. Now, you're not going to recognise many of the team either. So let's just quickly go through them. Let's start with goalkeepers. This is first choice goalkeeper. Golini, he's good. He's eccentric. He's Italian. We love him already. We don't. He's a bit shit sometimes. But he's better than the backup, which is Julian Pollersbeck, who you may remember because I sold him to Lazio from Lyon a year ago. Yeah. Good. We've met up with him again. I don't know if he's the first former player we've had in the save, but he didn't play for me then, and he probably won't play for me now because he's a backup goalkeeper. In terms of the right backs, you've seen all 3. In terms of the left backs, obviously I mentioned Ricardo Rodriguez. He's here. He's 32. He's still got a bit of physical about him and a bit of everything else. He's a great crosser of the ball. And he was our best player in that cup match where we got knocked out. So that's saying a lot, isn't it, Ricardo? Thanks for your efforts. In terms of centre-backs, it'll probably be easier if I show you in the squad depth. Yes? Yes. In terms of centre-backs here then, we've got Pasquino, who is our best centre-back, and another wonder kid. 19-year-old Italian. I think he's come through the ranks here. No, he hasn't. Lazio bought him for £8.5 million off Inter Milan. Good. Ball-playing defender. Professional personality. He's pretty good, right? I think we'll build the defence around him, is what I'm thinking. Because jumping reach, strength, ball-playing ability, just needs to work on his vision a bit. But if we just ask him to play short, simple passes, we should be all right. Alongside him, we've got the likes of Akabi, who is still here, who is 37, physically not really with it anymore. He's in the last year of his contract. I'm not renewing it because why would I renew it? He's 37, for God's sake. He is one of the captains, along with Immobile, but oh well. Third choice was Jim City. Barat Jim City, also 32 years old. Also in the last year of his contract, also not renewing it. Because I want to get through this season with what we've got and then refresh the whole squad with youth players if we make it through this season. Please make it through this season. Again, can be a ball-playing defender. Not the greatest first touch or vision, but can pass the ball, so he'll do all right. And he's right-footed, so good to have him there. Otherwise, there's not a lot. Montolo is more of a midfielder, so here he is, another wonder kid. Let's go back to this, actually. It's hard to show you through this. Any other wonder kids? Not that I really think at centre-back. Now we've got these two from the youth academy. This guy is left-footed, centre-back. We're working on him. He'll get there. He needs to work on his marking. He's also had damaged cruciate ligaments, so he's still not back yet. But he could be something. I think he's come from the youth academy. That's great. This guy, did I send him out on loan? Yes, I did. Whoops, I don't think I meant to. You're seeing the mistakes with me. He's all right. He's going to have fun at Livorno. So, good work, him. Like I say, we've got the champs who can play across the middle as well. Either footed. We love him already. Great. Then, who else have we got at left back, apart from the Czech you saw earlier? The Czech chap. Not many. We got Tilden, but we sent him out on loan. He's a Norwegian left back who might be good in the future. Midfield-wise, we're going to start with an anchor man. And our first choice anchor man is his man, Lucas Toussaint, the big, nasty Frenchman who is going to hopefully snap into some people. He marks opponents tightly and plays short, simple passes. So hopefully he'll be good at that role. I think he will. He's got the work rate, positioning, teamwork and everything for it. So good stuff. Behind him, I think Cuozo is our second choice in that role. Again, another 20-year-old Italian who's got a little bit of everything. He should be a very good technical sort of defensive midfielder if we need one. Great balance, again, great work rate. Not as strong as you might hope, but he's fine. In the midfield, we've got options. You saw Dionso already. Who else have we got? We've got players like Diego Rosario, who is, again, another 19-year-old Italian, come through the youth academy here. He's resilient, and hopefully he'll show a bit of quality this season when we put him into the first team. Who else? Oh, well, we've got, obviously, Balderson, who is actually a 23-year-old Icelandic player who's real. He's a real man, a real boy, and he's going to be good this season, hopefully. He's not quite as young, so he's already probably where he's going to be for the rest of his career. We'll see how he does this season. I was tempted to sell him, but they only brought him in for $16.5 million last season, and he did all right, got 4 assists, so he can rotate in and out of the side. He's got the vision of the passing again, good agility. He's pretty decent. Otherwise, again, we are a bit light on the ground. We're not in terms of players, in terms of who we want to start. Nucci, Daniele Nucci is all right though. Vision, passing, first touch, balance. He's got it all for a deep line playmaker. And he can play up front apparently. So, what do you know? Yeah, we're not going to play him up front. We're going to play him in the midfield occasionally. Again, wanting on loan from Spau on loan. No. And last but not least, this guy was already here, Lewis Gilherm, but he is an absolute machine. Him, box to box. He's more natural as an advanced playmaker, but apparently the star rating suggests he's better as a box to box midfielder. So who knows? Great passing, great work rate, aggression, bravery. So he's going in for every header, determination. He's driven. He's a wonder kid. Physically amazing. Technically, he's getting there as well. His technique's up to 11 now, so we should be seeing some of these stats go up as well. We're working on his shooting, so that's good to see that on the way up. But him and Dionso in the midfield is my vision for the future. Oh, I see the Brazilian duo just dominating midfields, hopefully. So we'll wait and see if that does happen. I hope it does. We'll have to, like I said, I keep saying wait and see. Wait and see. Sales is on the right-hand side. We've got other options out there as well, don't we? We do, somewhere. I've forgotten who they are. Jota's either sided, either footed. He's probably going to be more inverted being on the left hand side. But he's 26, he's Portuguese, he's come from Benfica, he's having a nice time. Otherwise, we've got players like Mason Waring, who is one of those players I mentioned, 10 crossing, but either footed, can play as a winger. He's a wonder kid, he's Australian. Good eye, mate. He's unhappy because he says, unhappy at high asking price stopped him moving it to Zebra or Juve. Juve offered £5 million for him. And I said, quite reasonably, 40. And they withdrew their offer. And now Mason is fucking annoyed because I said I wanted a reasonable amount of money. But he can fuck off and wait until he's happy again. When he's happy again, he can start. All right, Mason? You hear me? Good. Raul Moro is another one who will likely be playing as a winger on the right-hand side. More because of his physicals. 22 years old, also wanted by some big teams. But he's injured quite a lot. So calf strain now. He's played one game. I think it was that cup game. No, it wasn't. It was a non-competitive game where he got injured again. When we see him back, he can do some starting. For now, Sals is good. We brought him on loan because he seems to be playing a lot more than first initially thought. Derflinger is a left-hand sided in another one of those inverted wingers we're going to try and play. Right-footed, 19 years old. Has he come through he's come through the academy here. Again, could do a little bit this season, coming in and out of the squad. Ahead of him though, who's this guy? I've forgotten. Oh, this is a Kosovan forward. This is he's got no vowels in his first name. Damani is his name. He's all right, but again, he's not going to be ahead of Immobile or Werner. Carrera is our first choice out on that left-hand side of this inverted winger though, because he's pretty good. So yeah, and if we need to change into a 4-2-3-1, he can play through the middle as well. As we've got options to change up the formation if needs be, but hopefully this works. I'll talk about the formation in a second. Otherwise, I think we've gone through everybody. Antonio Gala, last one. 18-year-old Italian forward who's got potential, but again, Werner, stuff like that. Right. Hopefully, we'll get to know the team more as we go through the season. We're starting with a 4-3-3. Very basic 4-3-3 with shorter passing, higher tempo. It's been edited since the cup game, which is why they're not very familiar with it already. We're trying just to play fullbacks. Maybe we should play wingbacks. I don't know. Again, we've got we're moulding this as we go at the minute. I don't really... like Newcastle, unlike Newcastle, Lyon, or PSG, I don't have a set sort of vision of how I want to play going in, because it's different. It's a different sort of challenge, and it might be the hardest challenge we've had in this series yet. I mean, it definitely will be, because not finishing in the top 6 in 5 years, now we're expected to. Whew, that's enough talking. We've got a game today. It's the first game of Serie A, and it's against Pep Guardiola's AC Milan. Fuck. So let's go out there, and you can meet the team through a match. Oh god, it's going to be great, isn't it? You're going to love it. You're going to... Oh god, I don't really... Oh god, we're still... these are just players out on loan and scouting, and this guy's called Benaven. Do you want to see Benaven? Look at this guy. We couldn't get him. We can't get him. He would have been great in the midfield, but fuck off, Benaven. You bitch. So in the first game of today, Juve setting down a marker in the first opening game of Serie A against Paul Verona, who have been absolutely spanked 5-0. Let's hope that doesn't happen to us, because that is a decent team. The front three of Vinny Jr., Ousmane Dembele, and Memphis Depay. Oh dear, it's our old friend Vinny Jr. as well. Oh my goodness. In the midfield, it looks okay as well. Hopefully Pep Guardiola's ruined it, or we'll be in trouble. We're starting Immobile today. Team is from the start is Golini, Rodriguez, Pasquino, Jimishti ahead of the Kirby. Odriozola, Toussaint, Luis Gilherme, Balderson, Sals, Carrera, and Immobile. We got 12 subs on the bench, so I like that. I like that a lot about Italy, but we'll see how that goes, because obviously you could still only use 3. So they're here, but they might not play. But they get to watch. They get to cheerlead, you know. Pepe Reina style. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna play football one day. Right, stop that. They've got players all over the place that are good. Ooh, they've got Mauro Icardi on the bench, but they're playing Memphis Depay. Right. Show me what you can do out there. Pump the fists, give out the faith. Oh yes, the motivation is flowing through them now. Oh yes. I am looking to play a free-flowing attacking game. He's fine. He's fine, whoever you're talking about. Yes, our recent form is 1 loss to a team in the league below us in the cup, which means we're not getting the cup this year, are we? We're not getting the Italian Cup, so that's great. We needed that. We really do need that. Usually win the cup in the first season. In both Newcastle and Lyon, the first year we've been in that country, we've won the cup. This year, first game, out. No chance, mate. Gosh, but if we can qualify for the Europa League next year, that would be great. Then we can sort of build and maybe go for a Europa League and Cup double next year. Maybe, I don't know. If a bigger job comes up, then we'll see. This save is all about trying to get the most trophies, as we've got an early quarter chance there. We're quite zoomed out, so we'll zoom in a bit. Let's see how we do. We seem to be starting on the front foot against a good AC Milan side, which very impressed about. Maybe these slight tactical tweaks since the Parma game have given us a bit of an edge. Or maybe we're just going to try and score from every set piece possible. Or maybe we're going to get counter-attacked by Benacer. Does anybody want to stop him? No? Okay, you do at the end. Thanks, mate. Who was that? Who is that? Who is it? It's Odriozola, the guy I've just brought on loan. This is his first start. He's been here a day. Literally a day. He's been here. So, he's playing well, though, alongside Ricardo Rodriguez on those flanks. Sorry about the phone. It's buzzing, and who knows why. Pesquino, back to Ricardo Rodriguez into Lewis Gilherm. There we go. We're playing it around much better this game. The last game, we did not do this. We sucked. We sucked the joy out of football. Immobile, he sucked the joy out of that attack, hasn't he? And it's all the way out to Vinny Jr., who we know is dangerous. And here he comes, straight through the heart of the defence. Poor shot at the end of it, though. And it's time to demand more already. So, I hope you enjoyed last season, where you just got to see a lot of wins. This season, you're going to see a lot more frustration and probably a lot worse of a standard of football, just because of the team levels. Carrera in the box into Immobile. Immobile, first goal of the season. He's off. He's running. He's trying to earn himself a new contract. I forgot to mention that he's in the final year of his contract, and I'm not renewing it unless he really earns it, and his stats don't fall off too much. So that's a good start from Immobile. First goal. Off we go. He's just lurking in the foot box. He finds himself a bit of space. First time volley. Captain as well. That's right. I am planning on releasing both Kirby and Immobile, the captain and the vice captain, at the end of the season. Am I mad? Yes. God damn it. Here we go again. Goal kick. Golini into Jimisu. Out to Odriozola. Odriozola moving down that right hand side with that pace. Ball to Immobile, who's got an option now. Can he find Sowers? No, he goes back to Balderson. Into Idriozola. Back to Balderson. Great ball into Carrera. Finish it, mate. He's hit the bar. He's hit the bar. All right, then. And there we go. It's half-time. 1-0 to the good. I wouldn't say we're dominating the game. XG suggests it's pretty even, but in terms of shots, we're having the better chances. Their chances so far have been not the best. So let's guard against complacency, though. Let's just do it again. Second half, go out there, win the match, because that would be a great way to start. If we win the match, first match against AC Milan, that could set a real standard for this season that we probably won't keep. But I would like it, all right? Their front three, we are neutralising that front three like they're not even there. That is good to see. Is there any changes that we feel we should make to try and get some more out of the game? Despite scoring a goal, Immobile's only got a 6.8. So maybe we could bring on Timo Werner and just finish off the job. Carrera's playing well. And the fullbacks, both fullbacks, on support. It's not something I've played yet this season. We've had wingbacks on support, and we've had complete wingbacks on support. This time, fullbacks on support. They're doing a bit of a job. Despite that, they've sort of gone down. And we've got to the 77th minute, and there's a corner for AC Milan, cleared only as far as Vinny Jr. Can you make the challenge? Start a break? No. Here comes Hernandez. It's either Lucas or Theo. Who knows which one? Balderson? No, doesn't put in the challenge quite well. Esposito. Back to Benacer. Poor Maldini is in. It's the son of Maldini. But we've saved it. We've dominated that. Let's go make some changes. We've got a lot of tired legs now out there. What should we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Rizzaro, are you the right winger? No, you're not really, are you? Did we have a right winger? Oh, jeez, I don't think I bring one. Oh, Jota, you can play on either side, right? Yeah? You can play as a winger on attack, on that side, or support, whichever one we're doing. I've forgotten. Jota on for Sowers on support. Good. Then, in the middle, Balderson off. Dionso is on. And Ricardo Rodriguez is tired, so should bring on this young Czech lad just to see out the rest of the game. I mean, Rodriguez is having a great game, so maybe not. Lewis Gilherm is also tired. But do we have that box-to-box on the bench? Cuozo, I guess you could play box-to-box, right? Yeah? Yeah, look at that. He could play no off-the-ball work. Cuozo on for Guilherme. Final 10 minutes, triple change. Hold on. Luis Toussaint is not doing the best as the anchor man. All I need you to do is just hammer in challenges, interceptions, and play it off nicely. Can we start with the most boring 1-0 victory of all time? Time is running down. Last minute, Immobile's gone off injured. Fuck off. All right then. Potential foot injury. We don't have any changes left, so we're just gonna play the last minute without a striker. Thanks guys. I think they've done the same thing. They got an injury. We're 4 minutes over the time here. We're 4 minutes over the allotted time, everybody. 4 minutes. Don't you dare. They've hit the post. 4 minutes. Referee. Have you been paid? Because I know that happens here in Italy. I know what happens. 1-0 win at home against AC Milan. Second half, we showed nothing. But the first half, Immobile got the goal. Then he got injured, so hopefully he's fine. Backline played well, though. A good win. Well done to all of you there. 3 points against Pep Guardiola's AC Milan. Pep Guardiola can stick it up his ass. And we're off. Second game of the season overall. Put us in second. End it now. Stop the count. Stop the count. Lovely. Let's see how bad that is for Immobile. 12 days to 2 weeks. Just pulled his ankle ligaments. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Look, he's losing stamina and strength, but he'll be fine. We'll just play Werner for the next few weeks. Next match is in 22 days. What are you talking about? 23rd of August, 14th of... Right, it's in 22 days, is it? So I've got to sit here and... Oh, fuck off. Oh, tried and tested. I've been here for 2 matches. What are you talking about? The Italian media are trying to wind me up. Anyway, if you liked this, like it. If you're subscribed, good. If you're not subscribed, do that instead. And we're going to meet back. I'm probably going to try and get a decent way into the season to sort of gauge how good it is. So, Torino and Inter, I think. We'll get all the way through September and October. Meet back for Torino and Inter Milan. And... yeah. See you there.